Guys, how are you? I hope you all are fine. So I have come to the Royal Enfield showroom, and yes, I'm riding the Interceptor 650 engine. Man, it's really cool. I can feel this bike is quite torquey. So let's take it out for a spin. And I hope this festive season has been good to you. And man, this bike is really something. Like, I don't feel like I'm actually riding a Royal Enfield bike, and it's quite heavy since it's a 650 twin parallel engine bike, and you can feel the heaviness as soon as you're driving the bike. But once you start driving it, the turn was really crazy. So like, as I have heard, once you start driving it, then the weight is not a lot, and that's right. And as I'm revving the engine, man, the sound of the engine is so sweet, and the horn is also good. The side mirrors I don't think are of any use because they are not properly installed on the bike, I think. And what I feel that they can be removed or they can be replaced with aftermarket mirrors, so like you can see the back side as to whatever traffic is coming from the back, because that on the long touring or highway or on the road in normal city conditions is very important, because you need to know whoever is coming from behind you. And I'm riding the BS6 model of this year, and there have been many changes in the bike. The power, I don't think, has been reduced a lot, and what I'm feeling that, man, this retro style bike is really crazy. So let's test how torquey the bike is. I'll just try to overtake the bus, and let's see how the bike responds to that. Man, you just rev the throttle and the bike goes like crazy. It reaches at a speed of 60 to 70 and even 80, like without the owner knowing it. So RE has really done a fantastic job. I can feel the heaviness, but yeah, once you start riding, so that's not an issue for the person. Another thing that I'm feeling right now, the bike is quite planted, and I think the brakes should have been improved a little. That would have been much better. But since if you are doing touring or off-roading, so ABS and all might not be required, and I am seeing that the bike is quite good in terms of the build quality, the metal, and the handling is also quite good. You can mount anything over here in the silver bar right here, the mobile holder, or anything you like if you're going for the long touring and all. As you can see, I am driving on the bad road, but still the response was quite good. Now I'll try to rev it again and see how it goes. And the hand is not nimble, but yeah, it's still quite a good bike. You need to have strong hands. I am sure Royal Enfield owners know how to handle this bike. And like, if you rev the engine, it doesn't take a kick. It can keep going on and on. The engine is quite stable. Like, I've ridden the Royal Enfield Bullet Classic 351. I'm sure all of you might be knowing it, but it was not that much. Like, I was never a fan of that. But man, this Interceptor is, on the looks part, it's crazy. It's really super duper dope, and on the driving part, it's also quite good. Now, speaking about the heart of the bike, that is the engine. So the engine is a air oil cooled parallel twin configuration engine, and this is quite good for the real world riding, whether it is riding in the city traffic or you want to cruise on the highway. This bike is really efficient, that is what I feel. Combined with the fuel injection system and the EMS tune, gives you a very good throttle response, and you can really enjoy revving the bike really nicely. And if you're worried about the brakes, this bike comes with dual channel ABS, so that problem is also solved. Now you can easily use the brakes whenever you want, and even if you are at high speeds, you can stop the bike instantly. And the bike is available in different colors, as you can see. Check it out. So whichever color you like, you can drive it. The color I'm riding is Orange Crush. One thing that I liked was this bike is the build quality and the designing. It's really cool that Royal Enfield came out with this. Either you can talk about the braced handlebars. The Interceptor, I feel, is a perfect blend of the ever timeless styling and performance. The seat height is 804 mm, which is really good seating height, as you don't have a very aggressive seating style, and you can easily go for long distance rides, and that too without having to lean forward like the normal bikes which we can see nowadays. And apart from that, the Interceptor 650 Twin, it feels really nimble in the city, and most importantly, if you are on the highways, it's really planted and you can rev the bike as much as you want. And the best part is, even if you hit a speed of 80 to 100, you actually don't feel the engine is taking any load. Like I tried to rev the bike till 80 and the engine was wanting me to like rev it more and more. So this bike I think can go up to a speed of 160 plus 170 probably, but I wouldn't recommend you driving it so fast. It can go at that speed, but it's risky. The curb weight of the bike is 202 kgs, and that is without no fuel. And the fuel capacity of the bike is 13.7 liters, so that is quite a good liter for like touring and all, and you can fill the bike and just go wherever you feel like. And the best part is the ground clearance. It's 174 mm, so that is not much. Even a not very heighted guy like a 5'6", 5'7", or since I am 5'11", so it was quite good for me. Like there was not any problem for me to drive it. I felt that the suspension is quite good, and the 41 mm forks and the 110 mm forks are quite good for traveling along with the rear units. And you can keep quite a lot of luggage if you want, like since people prefer this for long distance touring, so like you can just take your bags and keep them on the bike, and it won't feel bad. And the best part, what I feel about the engine is, it produces a power of 47 horsepower at 7,150 rpm, along with a incredible torque of 52 Nm torque at 5,250 rpm. So man, that is really something. Like if you're putting out an amount of say 3 lakh or 2.5 to 3 lakh, this bike is really worth it. Like I don't feel that a person, if he's investing this kind of money in this bike, will feel cheated. Like it is true to all its sense, and in the real world conditions, the bike is really cool. Considering the finishing part is good, what I felt that the braking could be a little more improved. Like I was trying to use the brakes, but the response was not up to the mark. I've driven quite many bikes which had ABS, but this bike felt a little different from that perspective. So like it is something which they can keep improving, not an issue. But I am really impressed by what Royal Enfield came up with, and I'm quite happy I got to ride this bike. And if you're planning on taking this, be assured that this will be a hell of a ride for you guys, and this will be quite an ally for you whenever you are on the highway or either you are cruising. So that's it for today, and if you liked the review, do like, share and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So that's it. Peace out guys.